Greetings everyone, I am Lady Ray Ashlyn Dragunov, and if you're new to my channel, please subscribe and hit that notification bell so you are notified when I upload something. I am typically doing a vlog once a week. Occasionally I miss one. I try to notify my followers and watchers of when that happens, when I'm going to miss it, or if I do not upload it like I typically do on a Monday and instead upload it on a Tuesday. I missed a couple of weeks because I did not notify. I apologize for that. I've become very negligent on a lot of things, but I'm working at fixing that. But anyways, this is vlog number 32. So that means I've done 32 vlogs, and I feel like I'm coming quite a ways with it. I've still got a lot of stuff that I could do and all that, but that's okay. Now, I did not write notes on what the heck I wanted to talk about today, but I'll start with my walk this morning. Yes, I did just come home from a walk. I am all sweaty. I need a shower. I'm all grubby. So, yeah, you're watching a grubby me in this vlog. On my walk, I ended up walking farther than I intended, but at the same time, because of the construction that I was working on, sidewalks that on a path that I was going to take, I ended up passing by a worm that was on the sidewalk and withering around. In the past, when I have moved worms, they wither a lot when I'm trying to move it so it's back in the soil. But this one, because I was projecting my thoughts, it's like, hey, I'm here to help you get to where you'd be better off. The soil, not the concrete that the worm was on. And it settled down. It stopped withering around like it was, which was quite nice to see that, yes, I can project my thoughts of, I'm not here to harm you, and the animal can calm down. I am very much so interested in learning animal communications, not just projecting my thoughts and images and such to them, but also receiving it. I'm not in a position to really... Well, I found one route that I could go, but it would require courses that I do not have money for, but that is okay. It's something that I can look into in the future. And then there was this bee-like creature. I don't know what it's called, but it doesn't have a stinger, I believe. And I saw it withering around, trying to stay on its feet, but it wasn't working. So I was able to work with it, and finally I got it on my hand, and I curled my fingers over to help keep it in place, which it ended up stopped moving when I crossed the street to put it with some flowers. Originally I had set it on a rose, but then it ended up falling off. But before it fell off, it actually waved at me in thanks, which was really, I felt connected at that moment with the little creature, with the little bug. And it was a really nice experience. I enjoyed it a lot. After the bug ended up falling, I ended up putting it at the base of where the rose bush was. So that, with the fact that it was tan bark there, it gave it shelter. And it seemed to be happy with that. So what else has been going on? Well, I have started amongst friends a Cards Against Humanity online gaming. Originally I did not have the white cards or the blank cards, and when I added them, it was like we were going at a 10-mile-an-hour speed, but then now we're all of a sudden at 1,000-mile-an-hour speed. I would quote some of the stuff that was said and done in it, but some of that I was like, I'm not going to say because YouTube would get mad at me, so I'm not. There was an interesting thing about it that had happened. I believe my card, I was the card queen, I had the black card. I had chosen what is my favorite food, and my friend Remy, or Eagle, out of my kinship off Lord of the Rings Online and Friends, he had put roasted wolf. I'm thinking real wolves, because I really like wolves. They're phenomenal, incredible creatures and beings. And hilariously, I had forgotten about wolf from the Cliff Divers of Middle-earth, that kinship that was previously a part of that things went downhill on when when I went and snapped at her as I did. Still, it was like, did I do the right thing going about confronting her as I did, or should I take it private? Still, I don't think there was a right and wrong in that situation, because I found out more because it drew the attention of others that had left the kinship prior to me doing that. So, yeah, but backtracking to that game, the Cards Against Humanity, it was very interesting realizing I had forgotten about Wolf. So I barely put any thought into what had transpired. So yeah, there was that. I've been chit-chatting with my friends, have been having really good conversations with them. I know I do have a lot of stuff I need to work on at home. Part of it, the problem has been I have not been eating as I should, which probably in like an hour I will be eating a salad, and then around 2 or 3 I'll be having a vegan burger and veggies, as that's been helping a lot to keep me well sustained with food and such. I did get a new magazine that has a lot of information about plant-based diet, so I'll be looking through that to learn more about going vegetarian or vegan. After retracing back to me helping those animals, or beings, monads, monads is a Hyperion term. For those that do not know anything about Hyperionism, we Hyperions understand that the world is, this world that we're in is just a shared dream and a material realm that's in the shared dream. And we actually are monads that are mathematical wave formations in an immaterial realm looking into the shared dream. And we are called monads. And we, when we go into the dream, I'm drawing a blank. We attach to bodies, avatars. So human avatar, animal avatar. As animal communicators understand that animals are sentient and intelligent, and they have their own thoughts and feelings themselves. And after I was really doing a bit of research about that and watching a video of an animal communicator in action, essentially, I was really hit hard again about not wanting animal products at all, because there's a lot of problems in the food industry with animals that is cruelty. It's nothing more than cruelty. There's animal activists trying to help stop this, and it really hurts my heart that it's happening. So I figure transitioning to vegetarian, vegan preferably, and also seeing what I can do to help these activists and my fellow monads, then I would feel better about myself and be able to help our world, all the other monads as well, through my efforts. And that's sort of like with me vlogging. I just feel like if I share my story, that perhaps it will help inspire somebody else. Because I know I've learned to survive because of the way I was bullied and the way my mental illnesses surfaced. Because of how badly I was bullied, even though I wasn't like attacked directly, it was verbal mostly. Then also my cooler ending up in the toilets. Well, I think I was like 3rd grade or something like that. 1st or 3rd grade. It left a very lasting impact, and I've just learned how to survive. I haven't really learned how to live. I'm starting to, though. And I've also gotten back into doing my daily hand art series. My hand is a lot better. It aches from time to time, but I think it's also because of the weather changing So that's something that I'm trying to work around. I decided for my daily hand art series, for those that have been following it, I'm going to aim for majority of the days. If my hand aches and it doesn't feel like a day to just take a break, I'm just going to do a doodle that I may eventually turn into one of my series. So yes, I am planning on taking a breather 1 or 2 days a week of not drawing. I'll be putting a notification of that in my next daily hand art that I post on the places that I have been uploading it to. Just so people are aware, I may skip a day because just it's downtime. It helps to not get burned out with things, to take a break like that. So yeah, there's that. I've gotten, I believe, I've got 2 of my daily hand art series up along with 1 doodle. I missed a day though. But actually, I had talked about my drawing that was inspired by a sketch that my mom did. She's much better off at drafting than drawing like I do, so it really took a lot of effort on her part to do the sketch, but I also coached her, and it turned out really good, and I was able to make a really nice drawing based off of it. Unfortunately, because of the brown colors that I've been using, they do not turn up very well when I take a photo, and even if it's like scanned on a scanner and imported online or even printed like it was for me when I'd gone to see about getting a reference printed for like the papers that I wanted for my shop. Sorry, I'm starting on the thought process. I am still intending on getting my online shop going. I just don't know when it's going to happen. I really need to push myself to find out more about businesses, how to run my own personal business. That is something I have to do because I don't know what to do other than a few details. But that will happen in time. Yeah. Okay, so what else do I want to talk about? I feel like, yeah, there's GTA 5 online that I did want to talk about, but is there anything else I wanted to talk about? I don't think so. Since my last vlog, I don't think I spoke of it or did it yet. I have joined public servers with other people on it on GTA 5 online, and it's quite interesting, and I have encountered multiple trolls and modders. And that's frustrating to deal with. Very frustrating. But, like, here's a warning for all of you. If, say, like, experience I had was my car got destroyed. I think somebody destroyed it. And so I called Morris Mutual's insurance, and it showed up where the drop point is for you to go pick it up at. And there was trolls in the chat talking about my car. I get over there, and they had been banging on it. So there's actually a trick of what you can do. You can actually call your mechanic, and they can bring you your vehicle. So if you haven't used the mechanic too much at once, because it looks like it has to reset after a few minutes if you do it like twice in a row or something like that. Because I'd accidentally tried calling the wrong vehicle to myself, and that's how I found that out. But if, say, somebody's doing that and you're just concerned that they're attacking your vehicle, okay, just go ahead and call your mechanic, and your car or vehicle will be dropped near where you're at. And so that would help, I think. But regardless of that part there, I did have fun with 2 car meetups. The first one, we ended up meeting at the casino. Somebody somehow ended up with a wanted level. But it was really cool seeing all the other cars and us players just meeting up in a civilized manner. And then we ended up going over to the airport and we did a drag race. I did not have my fastest car. I was using the Elegy. I don't remember the whole name of the car, but I was using my Elegy. And that one there, it's a really good all-around good car for on-road, off-road, and stuff like that. That's what I was playing with. I'd forgotten I had the 811. I think there might be more to the name, but that's what I know of it. That one, the specs on it are actually a bit higher, but it's still fast. So on the second car meetup, I had been in the subway. I also had like limited time because I needed to go do something. I don't remember what, but that's okay. So I had a limited amount of time of how long I could be there, and I was just running around to run around. I was in my Mini Cooper in the subway. Fortunately, did not get stuck anywhere. And so I ended up racing home, grabbed my 811, and went over to the car meetup that was happening, that somebody had instigated. And he was the person that had playing or instigated it. He ended up commenting that this other person had brought in a drifter, which was a really cool car looking. It looked really cool. Grammar. Use grammar properly. And then he goes and gets over to mine, asked that if it was the 811, and I said, yes, it is. And he asked if it was fast, and I said, yes, but I'm also a bad driver. It's a bad combo. Sooner or later, I will be a better driver, but it's a lot harder to drive when it's raining, and when you're already a bad driver like me, it just makes it a whole lot worse. Okay. I was able to play with my dad and brother. My mom tried to join us, but her game needed to update, and it was taking a bit to do that. So she didn't join us, so perhaps next weekend she will. I might play with her over the course of the week. Might not. We shall see. Not yesterday when I played with my brother and dad, but I believe it was Saturday. I was playing with my dad. He has the hover car, which does have missiles and a cannon, I think, on it. But he ended up parking it like this kind of angle. Somehow he managed to park it like that. Now, it would have been funnier if it was in a parking spot, because he had done that, and I ended up racing back to where he was. And we're just like, how did you do that? He didn't know how he did it. But that was a lot of fun. That was hilarious. I know one of the days I was playing, I was on the multiplayer server. I ended up rounding a corner around one of the buildings. I was on the street, and then I look up, and it looked like there's this huge airplane, like a jet kind of thing, just cruising down the road almost. Rounding the corner and seeing that it left me perplexed. Why is it doing that? Oh, right, this is a game. People could do all sorts of stuff on here. So yeah, I did have quite a bit of fun over this week. I am relieved to be drawing again. I am planning on later getting another daily hand art drawing done. That will happen when it does, but hopefully I'll get that done. Yeah. So what do I want to draw? Probably the idea that's been bouncing around in my head lately. So I'm going to go ahead and call that good. Excuse me. Well, on that lovely note, up here is my channel. You can go ahead and check it out. I have a wide array of content on there that you can check out. Yeah, a lot. I was just trying to figure out, what do I have on there? I have TF2, I have Overwatch, and other stuff. Not game-related, animations, music, stuff like that. And over here, I also have my vlog playlist, so those of you that want to catch up on what I've been talking about in my vlogs, feel free to check that out. All of you take care of yourselves. Ad Astra, to the stars.